condition like we did it for 30 to the previous case. In the same way we can also define, so let me reduce this. So in this case let's also define the okay, it doesn't get okay. So let's take the next one, which is after 30. So we have done this. Now this so we can again insert a new row, and in this new row direct value input we select the step number 30, which is the processing step. And after processing step this time we can have the input parameter for rejection, and after rejection we don't need to enter this. The condition alias for this the rejection condition could be the value this we can select so what is this step? This step is we are moving from 30 to rejection. So in our let's look at our diagram. So we are trying to move from 30 to 90 with 2. We did this approval condition, and for rejection it goes to 10, which is sent for revision. So let's map this. So we send this back to 92 with the status send for revision. Okay, so let's move to the next step, which is reject. And with reject, the condition alias we can keep this as again a number. Let's call this as 3, and because this has to be a unique number. And so new change request step would be the step number 92, which is revision. And then we can have the CR status, which is basically the same: to revise, perform changes. So to revise, perform changes, which is the number 10, right? So for 30 we create this. Now after the mapping of the conditions for the step number 30 to 90, so this particular mapping is done. Then 90 basically is the activation. So this is basically the automated step, and again could be the activate and send for revision. So we can have two conditions written here. One is starting with 90, which is final check. Then we say activate, which is the previous step, and the condition alias we can keep this as 2, and then the step is defined as 91, which is activation, and final check for 3. 30%. So let me check the condition alias that I have defined: u1, u2, 99, u3. So if 2 is used in standard, then probably let me keep this as 1. So we can define this condition alias for the previous approval condition, which is defined with 30 as 1, so that with 90 we use the condition alias as 2. So and for 30 we have defined this, so this is 99, and after 99 the rejection condition comes with 8. Then the condition alias is defined for approval as 1, and after 1 for rejection I have defined so basically this is the same step. So we can modify this and again say 8. So this is the reject, this is the reject. For reject you have step number 8, and the reject again goes to the condition alias 8. So it is the same arrow that goes to 92, and so in the previous case with the activation, now we can keep this as 2. This is for the activation of 90. Now with this the activation so with the combination of previous step 90 with 09 activate and condition alias defined as 2, the new CR status is 91. We define this 91, and with 91 changes to be executed. So we don't need to make any other change in this line. And in the new line, so this line, let me delete this because final check condition with rejection is already defined, and final check condition with rejection. So rejection, basically we are using with final check we are using 10, which is sent for revision. So in order to align this with our diagram, we can say that with the condition 90, this is not rejected. We can have the direct value input, which is 10, sent for revision. So 90 sent for revision, we don't need to have and the condition alias for this is already defined as 3. So 3 is a unique number. Revision processing 95 to revise and perform changes. So we don't need to make any further changes. Now the next step is 91, which is the activation. Successful activation leads to the condition alias, let's say 10, and it leads to the new CR status, and so 1 2 3, let's call this as the number 4, and let's call this new CR status, and in the direct value table with the activation, so this would be the completion. So after successful activation, the new CR step is completion, and the CR status will be final check approved. Now the other condition is if so I can remove this line, it is not required. 91 activation with this step, if the activation is not successful, So I can then say the condition